we're starting our walk, but we're trying to... A few people walking it have gone the wrong way back to the start. So we're just after walking our first kind of half a mile. We're kind of at the edge of Port Andrix. The start is probably just back there a little bit. We have to walk up this road. So after you leave Port Andrix, don't go left there to Mon Port Hotel and Spa. As it says, as Paddy Dillon says in his guidebook, it says keep right. He does say that though at the start, that there was at the start there. Did you see 2 or 3 of them? Yeah, they were just red blob.
Okay.
And red and white is usually, I think, the sign for a GR route. Or maybe this route.
And what does GR mean?
Grand Route in French.
Okay, so is there like a couple of them?
Well, this is GR 221.
Oh right.
So there is,
yeah,
there's probably throughout Europe, I don't know, you could Google it, I'd say that.
Is it just a European thing, or can you get GR routes anywhere else?
That's a good one, I don't know. I've only seen them in Europe. Walk past me, pretend we're in a...
Okay.
Pretend the camera's not here.
Okay.
So I think Robert's getting the blame because...
No, I'm not blaming anyone.
Well, tell everybody what happened.
No.
Okay. Well, we took a tiny little wrong turn. And I think I said to take the wrong turn. So, for my penance, I've put us back on the right
I'm going to make an alternative hiking video and you can see mine for the real story, folks out there watching. Yes.
So, it looks like we've taken a wrong turn again. There's St. Elm, where we're going to today. And there's a little house there that is mentioned in the guidebook, and actually I can see a few people walking.
By the fine mountain path called Pass Vermel, which cuts across a natural breach, easily avoiding fearsome overhanging cliffs.
Oh.
Path then goes through well-worn ground.
Oh, do you have something to eat? Do we have chocolate?
No, we don't need to give him food, Dad.
So we're on our way into St. Elm. St. Elm. I'll be going for a swim there in a minute. So we're starting stage 2. We're in St. Elm at the moment, and we're going to Says Fontanelles, which is 12 kilometers and 7.5 miles. And on the way we have to go to La Trappa, which is an old monastery. It's actually quite a recent monastery, but it's not used anymore. I think it was founded in 1820.
Is that verified?
Well, I just read it from Paddy Dillon's book.
Not verified.
It's so are you saying Paddy didn't do his research?
Yes.
And so it's abandoned now, and there's plans to make it a hostel.
Yep. And now we're getting water.
So this is just St. Elm.
Oh, we're totally don't go. Yeah, we know.
We're just heading out of St. Elm now, and according to Paddy, this road gives way to a dirt track soon. Hopefully that's the top. Fingers crossed. We were on that mountain yesterday, and the saddle between the two of them in the middle ground we came through. St. Elm is down there, and that island begins with D. It's a national park, and that way is Ibiza, but you can't see it.
Look at this video.
Yeah.
Look, you can actually see me telling her to, if you look carefully, you can see me telling him to switch the camera.
So we have done 2.5 miles on stage 2. And we're looking out for an old monastery somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's the crew.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
La Trappa is over here. Oh look, does the notice board open like a book? How cool is this?
So I'd say when we finished with
Oh,
the
wow.
history. Oh, cool.
And this looks like an old mill. You can't even see La Trappa anymore. And the path goes somewhere there. Don't quite know where.
Does it say us?
So we're on our last, I'd say we've got one more mile left to Ses Fontellas, the end of stage 2. And it's actually a really beautiful, lovely, easy going path here. Not all been like this, actually. Not much of it's been like this so far. But you can see other people further along the path. Just gorgeous. No, you have to pretend there's no camera. You just walk past that. Do you get me?
It looks a little small.
Maybe actually, yeah. We're wondering, is that second building our hostel? And possibly not. Hope it's not that green place really far up. Isn't that a beautiful? Oh, I doubt it. No, we must be. Sure, we must be within a mile now. So we're just leaving Ses Fontellas. Just a hostel. so it was. And €170 for 3 of us. Bed, basic breakfast, and a nice dinner. Set menu, surprise. And
You have to go to the hostel to find out what it is.
Yes.
They'll tell you.
yeah.
You have to sign an NDA.
Yes. Bit of a pull up from Sas Fonteles. Actually, you can see we walked that yesterday in the distance, and down that road, all that in the background. So this is about the worst of the path so far. I think it's just that it's kind of fragmented and stuff. But yeah, hard to believe that this bit is a GR path. But there is quite a nice view. Up there is a very important detour. Down there is San Andrex, where we started. And this is the proper way.
It's just like wet air.
Yes,
It's just
very humid.
like it's drizzling. They don't get that in other countries because Ireland is actually a temperate rainforest.
Yes.
So
So we're on day 4 of our walk, and unfortunately it's raining. And hopefully we get to Val de Musa today. Very bad pronunciation. That's 17.5 kilometers. And we see how we go.
why you're recording with me.
Well, I just want to get a bit of the bridge for, you know. So we're probably only about 20 minutes south of Espores, and I'm still hopeful of doing the whole next stage today, even though it's getting on to midday, if not a little bit past it. And the sun is starting to come out. Going downhill now. Bit slippy, ancient road.
Are you taking off the coat?
I think I'm going to put it back on, but I don't have clothes on.
Oh my god.
We're arriving into Espores. How'd you pronounce it? Espores. And after Bon Fair or something. How do you pronounce that
But
one?
you have to edit this out.
Definitely.
Banyal Bufar.
Banyal Bufar. And we've walked 5.4 miles without breakfast and without breaks. And I am hoping to still walk to Valdemosa today. So we're going to have lunch now and read the book, and I'll probably be getting going fairly snappy. Oh, it's worth seeing. There's a nice rose window in that church. We'll have to go in and see it. So I kind of landed on my feet here. I think from here to Valdemosa, it's very badly signposted. Actually, I think it's not really signposted at all. And Paddy Dillon in his book says you should consider even getting the bus to Valdemosa. And I just happened upon a guided tour, so very nice. So I might stick in with them. So yeah, so about it. I think not too far now. I think the signpost said 2.5 hours or something. So we're about, I suppose, maybe 3 or 4 miles south of Valdemosa in some col. I'm sure I'll put the name up on the screen. Lots of little cairns to kind of guide you through. If it wasn't for them now, wouldn't be easy. But the path is kind of well used, so not too bad. Beautiful Holland oak, I think. I'm not sure you'd know that was the way of the GR222, but that's the way I came out anyway, over that. I went wrong once or twice there. So hopefully that's Villamosa over there. If it's a different village, we'll just have to check in for the night. So this is the Archduke something path, and we follow it around there, and the highest point there is called Pug Gross, and a solitary hollow oak to the left. So we have to go by there. And what height is that? That is 938 meters high. I think that's Pug Gross with someone on it. What was it? 938 meters. And that is very nice. Looking north, kind of, I think. Or maybe a little bit. Oh, there's no what direction. That would be maybe northeast. So where we're going tonight is down there, and that's the general direction heading north at the GR221, and down there is where we came from. And there's someone actually over there. I don't know if you can see him. It's supposed to be a bit tricky getting down off this mountain because there's lots of cliffs. There's only one way down, and if you miss it, you're not in a good spot. So we'll have to keep an eye on the guidebook for that. There's a solitary hollow oak. Lots of hollow oak. The way we've just come, and that's the way to Dea where we're going. Oh, what was the name of the next, what was it called, the next hill?
Britney Spears is pregnant.
Oh, what?
Fans, Britney Spears is pregnant.
Great good news. And this was the shortcut up from Villamusa, but apparently you needed a permit for it. But we saw one Spanish guy coming up, so maybe there's not too many police officers on the path.
But it was all about finance.
Must be Palma. Looking south. Southwest. Looking north.
Pass left of it, but note a rugged path.
Yeah, that's over there, yeah.
This is Escarpment, rising to 945 metres. Pass left of it, but note a rugged path on the right which leads to the summit.
Right, yes. So we pass left and the right goes up there, so we're going left.
This point here, as the path diverges, is this point here. So that's the main path, and this is our path to, what's the name of the town? Dali? Dal.
Daya.
Daya. Daya. This has actually been the busiest the path has been, hasn't it?
Also been the best.
Yeah. We're getting our first glimpses of Dea through the trees. Sun's starting to come out for the first time in 2 days. We have been walking for 7 miles, and there's an awful lot of switchbacks all the way down. There's about, I don't know, we're going, gee, I'd say close on an hour. So we're probably only about a mile away from Daya. We've been walking 8.8 miles. Now, crossroads. We have to decide. Little signpost here would be lovely. There's a lovely row of those gorgeous trees, some sort of maple. Just gorgeous. Have to know what they are. So that's where we stayed last night, a refuge convo or something, and I think it's this way. We're in Daya, very beautiful town on the north coast of Mallorca. And I think this stage to Salaire is not overly hilly. I'd say it's the least hilliest stage of the whole trip.
That said, neutrality shouldn't be judged, and that could cause political complications for the government. Okay, and finally, one of the very interesting.
I wonder, is that Salaire already? Possibly. So I'd say we're only a couple of miles out of Port Salaire, and looks quite beautiful. It's the way we came. This is the last bit of the GR221 into Salaire. Possibly not the nicest part. It was a great week hiking and at sometimes scrambling. If I was to do anything different, I'd wear walking boots and not walking shoes, and bring walking poles.